Hello, friends, foes, those undeclared, the mysteries and monsters, lost things, our little wild beyond the Witchlight campaign, and welcome once again to Yon, specifically the Castle of Motherhorn, where the hag Evelyn enjoys the tragedies up on stage and those all around her. Last we had left off, the last member of your troop had found their lost thing, as Plum managed to detect where his wings were hidden. Wings stolen long ago in a deal which, well, may not necessarily have been with the hag here. Your deal done, having paid the price for them by putting on a play, you were invited to stay by a reluctant Evelyn and shown to the performers' quarters. Stage Fright, the leading director of these incessant theater pieces, pretty much pushed you into the room. Said, "Yeah, you go there. Find yourself a bed and leave me alone. I only deal with actors," and just left. Inside the room, so as you were pushed in, you found yourself first into basically sort of a changing room. A couple of brightly lit mirror stations where there seemed to be a familiar-faced bugbear looking into a mirror, half in some sort of dinosaur outfit, missing the tail and the head, which were put to the side. And as you were pushed into the next room, a small common room with 5 sort of adjacent little rooms, if you can call them, more nooks rather, with just a drawn curtain for privacy, and an eclectic assortment of people, all in some sort of either trauma, some kind of emotional release. Whether it's a monologuing to a very similar skull, a crying into a pillow, hiding away and sobbing in a corner. They seem stressed. The young tiefling who was muttering to a skull whose tiefling horns are very similar to hers, put it down gently and then turned and sort of greeted you and made introductions to each and one of you. She presented herself as Elegy, then pointed to Diamanda Mistriddle, a small forest gnome, Puff River Noggin Lemonseed, halfling, Elegy herself, Clee Westerly, a human who seems to be pacing angrily, whose angry pacing was interrupted by your arrival. And lastly, she points to the sobbing voice coming from the other side of that curtain as Elimek is regaining his composure there. So, friends, I would ask you, what do you do? Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. The familiar-faced bugbear. Plum, you would have recognized him as Hurley, Burley's brother, who had disappeared about a little less than a year ago.
You mentioned that.
It was pretty much it was a point of contention within the circus itself. You'd spent you had postponed the departure for the carnival for about a week as the whole circus pretty much tried to search the countryside for any trace of him, but he was never found. And it took the efforts of both Mr. Light and Mr. Witch to sort of keep Burley within the carnival. Other than just him launching himself in an unknown world to try and find his brother. And the mystery seems to be solved. In some way.
Well, hello people. Glad to see you seem to have some kind of rest.
Elegy. Yes. Well, they say the wicked never sleep, and neither does our benevolent, no, not so benevolent host. So yes.
Are you here out of your free will?
The four of them sort of look to each other, going, well, it always starts that way, I guess.
It's very vague.
You just don't see the thread, I guess.
Well, we all have our stories, I guess. I myself, I was a part of a small juggling troupe up in Sigil, and it got disbanded, and I was looking for work, and I got picked up by an agent, and they sent me here to work on my skills, and saying that this was one of the best places to learn more and strike on your own and get experience. And boy, it's been a lot of experiences. I think it's kind of the same for the rest of us here. All of them nod, and each one of them has maybe a short sort of introduction in story about. Indeed, that's kind of the thing, right? Let's see. Klee, for example, is saying, he was going, yes, that at first it was he was a busker on the streets of there we go. He was actually a busker on the streets of a place called Whitestone, until somebody pretty much came up and gave him a job. In another one, pretty much the same story. They are promised glory on the stage. They are promised if only they go through this sort of internship, and it's always 3 years. However, they have no idea how long they've been here.
Well, should you want to leave and you need some help with that, let us know. We've already helped get some people out of the service of another hag. I think over in.
Klee looks at you, raises an eyebrow, going, "What, you union?"
What is that?
Never mind. Look,
not exactly.
Or you're some kind of lawyer.
No, I'm. Well, I guess a druid is what they call me.
I've never heard of a druid looking into legal papers. Sort of Glee, look, buddy, friend, we appreciate. We're in contract here. And while we're here in the understudy room, it's the only way out of here is through Bitter End. I mean, that is what they call her. It's through the bitter end.
Well,
the bitter end.
Again, we've gone through her sister as well. So if you want to leave and she's the one standing in your way, we can help.
I think Puff sort of places I was about to not a hand on the shoulder, but probably on the hand on the knee of Clee, and goes, "Hey, look, if they want to help, they can help. We've got nothing to lose."
While Tavaren says that, Mina's face scrunches up a bit, and she looks half worried, half way more severe than she's ever looked as Anna. And about that, guys, we really need to talk.
Need to talk? Like us?
Yes.
Okay. Now?
The sooner the better, before we start pulling any stupid moves.
I mean, definitely better sooner than, because I make a lot of stupid moves.
You see Plum having a very big smile at the same time. Now more accentuated because he has back color in his life.
What do we need to talk about?
Want to go in a room all together and then talk about it?
You can take my room, as Elegy basically points to right here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elegy.
It sounded serious, so I think the better we talk about it now, because it's important to listen. And you see Plum like crisscross applesauce, but like floating at the same time, like crossing his feet and his arm, and he's just like listening.
We've never been the best listeners to the rules of the Fae in this realm, but after what happened with your wings, Plum, we need to be real mindful about the rules, because she's looking for one excuse to be able to attack us. And any breach of etiquette makes us fair game, not to one, but both of them, because both of them are here. So those are questions we do need to be mindful of. Are we willing to take on both of them here, in her siege of power, or do we want to coast, get out of here with as much as of her goodwill as we can, and without her being able to touch us according to her own laws, or well, the laws of the realm in this case, because that is something that we need to keep in mind with every next step that we take.
I mean, isn't their sister already looking for any excuse to attack us anyway? Like, I don't see why we need to be more careful than before.
She's been humiliated. But we do need to get information about Lady Z. So how about we take that approach and see if which road it leads us.
I mean, we need to find Glister.
Plus, I think we're going to piss her off anyway if we get the one sister with the moon mask and all that. So,
Depends
plus,
how. It always depends how we go about it.
while he's floating with like like lying down with his hands like floating, and it's like, that is I think I'm not good in that. I can punch stuff, but if you want to do like very smart things, I know everyone is a bit smarter than me in being a bit tricky. But we can see how it goes, and if it goes bad, we fight our way out, and we try to protect the ones that us and try to help people. But I'm very sad for the people that are here. They are suffering, and I don't like that.
I get the feeling that these people have been here a lot longer than 3 years.
I have that feeling too.
And they're just being tricked into staying longer because they're not getting information that they should be getting.
And I'll be honest. You know that one bugbear that we passed by? That's actually the brother of Burley at the circus also. He got lost for 1 year ago.
Let's go talk to him as well then.
Yes, but I agree with you, we need to be careful. But not too careful at the same time. How to say this in circus terms? Being a ballerina on a high-risk court and trying to dance on court without falling off it, or being safe enough to get to the other side. Am I clear enough? No, I don't think so. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm trying to be wise.
For me, it's a bit of a thing of like, I'm perfectly willing to play by the rules of any hag or anything, as long as they're not basically enslaving people or, like, worse, children in the previous case. So, if it turns out that these people are, that's why I'm checking if these people are here in their own free will. If they're not, well, I'm gonna damn well try to get them out. Even if I have to fight a hag to do it.
Or two.
Or two.
Or three. Or four.
Let us, with all due respect, already one we did okay, but two, that's already a big thing. Three, yeah. I think I'm gonna run at the same time, even if I'm very strong.
No, you're gonna fly.
Yeah,
that's my main problem.
A full coven is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass.
They're not united right now, which makes it so that we can actually 1-on-1, well, 1-on-4. We could take them out with help, and preferably not in their center of power, which is why I was underlining this. If we
I'm pretty sure that one of them
wasn't
like the other one anyway, because I think there was like a thing where
none of them like each other. None of them like each other. And by traumatizing and almost killing one of them, we managed to send her running to her sister, which means that now we are one mistake away of having both of them aggressively coming down on us. So I would prefer for us to actually get to the castle and get as close as possible to freeing the real sovereign of this land before having to take on those hags. Because the weaker they are, and if they're not in their center of power with their allies, it's going to be way easier.
Yeah, well, I mean, just like at the previous hag's house, we don't always get a choice in that. They might come after us, and then we're gonna have to fight them. We were trying to get away from that one without fighting.
If they are bound, and that we don't trespass on their hospitality and their etiquette.
Yeah, but you're saying that now that it's not for your own lost thing. when it was at your the Hagrid that had your lost thing, we were also in the going against, like, we were basically stealing. You stole your thing. You didn't keep the rules then either.
All right.
We tried to keep to the rules. But, you know, just saying, we might not be able to.
Ysdred is
Tavaren.
just closing by to Plum, like just elbowing him silently.
Yes.
Shh. She's just elbowing you, she's not saying anything.
Thank you, Tavern, for that interesting pick. And yes, you're right. What do I know about rules of the Fae?
How about we do our best to respect the rules? Because you're right, we are guests.
Mina stepped out.
He scratches his head a little bit and is like,
It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. You tried.
I am not good in people skill.
It's okay.
While he's floating at the same time, he's saying, like, but the problem is that everyone is right. That's the problem. Like, I understand each point of view.
Yeah, we have to be careful, sure, of course.
It's just a decision we'll have to take. And I don't think we have enough information right now.
That is true too. But I think that there's gonna be a moment when things calm down that maybe a good talk should be important in private between you and Mina at the same time. You see Plum like really scratching his head trying to find the words. Like I said, I am not the people man. I can still like check if everything is okay, but like when my mother got angry against my father, my mother always went outside and was like, "Ah, you stupid man! You don't know what you're talking about." And then it was like a cooling period, and then they talked about things. So maybe we need to let cool things down because there's a lot of emotions. But everyone was right, and that's the interesting part. We need to be careful, but if they want to hurt us, we fuck them up and we punch them in their face. Or we burn them down with Molotov cocktails. I still need to use that. It's very interesting. But I'm also worried because it's right, while he's like floating and going with his head left, right at the same time. It's also true because if people are unwillingly locked somewhere and not having enough information at the same time, because that's the thing that happened with the Corrigans and the Corrid? The Corrid and the Corrigan, like half informations, half truths at the same time.
The Briganox and
the Briganox, yes, because that was a conclusion that everyone came to. Was like there was like half information again. So again, it's like there is a core to things. I think, like Ysdred said, we need to find information.
Yes.
We need to think about what the Goblin EBGBs did with like asking information, because don't not forget we need to find the sister.
Yes, we need to reunite Gleaming Glister.
Yes, we need to find the horn that's in the hand of the hiding sycophant. Thank you for the note takers.
I think Gleaming Glister reuniting is going to piss like the hag off anyway. So that's why I'm a bit like, well, yes, we need to be careful, but I think we're going to probably step on some toes with that.
I think the interesting thing is going to be is to find the like. Shouldn't we find the horn also?
Yes.
Like that sounded very important.
Mhm.
If I remember, there was a letter that you read.
I think if we manage to unite that horn with the little hobby horse, I think we have a unicorn again, right? Probably.
Look, I am not the smart one here, with all due respect. What do you guys think? I just smash things. What are you insulting? Thanks to my new.
Says the person with the highest intelligence in the group.
Let me play. Hey, there's a difference between being intelligent and being wise. I am not wise at all.
I'm just saying you have a 19.
I know.
We can wander around, I guess, because
And ask around.
yeah, because not playing by the rules is an option, but clear reasons and clear paths is important. As a warden, I do not want to. Well, hags are a special case, but still, I prefer to act fully with the most information and the clearer past, if possible.
We should, like, I'm fully willing to follow all the rules of the hags as long as they are not actively hurting people.
Which they are right now, but yes.
Well, let's find out what happened with sister.
I think that if I try to think, gonna roll something for myself. Okay, I think that Mina was trying to tell that she was worried for her safety also, and that's why she was explaining in great detail why we shouldn't. Well, we need to respect the rules, and I think that she was expressing that worry at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
But don't you want to go to her right now? She's probably upset and alone in the hags.
You seem like floating like. I think the. Let's go and.
Well, Mina stepped out. She's going to ask probably Elegy, except if someone else is visibly free and not busy. We're actually here also on a mission. We are looking for someone, and I wonder if you've seen them in the castle. They're pretty recognizable. They've got. We met just for my notes. We met the sister with the moon mask, right? We're looking for the sister with the sun mask.
That is
yes.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's Glister, right?
So you've known Glisten. You've seen Glisten. You're looking for Glister.
Glister. Her name is Glister, and she's wearing a sun mask.
So, as you stepped out, first of all, let's back up a little bit. So, as you stepped out from the, there is that moment where you push aside the curtain, sort of to sort of, and you almost run into Scooby-Doo style. The gnome, halfling, and tiefling The human's very much going, sort of in the corner, to the grumbling to himself. I don't know, Mina, how much emotion is reading on your face as the moment you get out. But at some point... Yeah, go ahead.
Her face is blank. As in unreadably... unreadable, but with context, if they've heard everything inside, they probably can guess. But her face is very much diplomatic, full-on hiding everything inside, blank.
The Thunderstaff mode.
Yeah, very much.
You can see that. Yeah, but you look like a powder keg. I think this would be Puff. No, this would be Diamanda. So the forest gnome pretty much takes out her pocket, and offers a handkerchief. The handkerchief is not soaked; it's humid. As she apologizes, things don't dry well here. This is the driest one that I have left. If you need it.
She's gonna take it, have a half smile, thank her, prestidigitate it dry, and then give it back.
Oh! Why didn't I think of that? I need to remember, I used to be able to do that trick. Gods, it's been a while. She sort of grabs another handkerchief and tries to... Again, she basically goes in a corner and tries basically sort of prestidigitate sort of the wetness out of the... No, how did it go? LG turns to you, goes, well, that's... I haven't seen her that way for a while. Apologies if we overheard, but... Well, it's... The only drama we've actually ever had was the ones given to us through scripts. They lack real emotion, if you understand what I mean. Anyways, to be honest, I think you're right about one thing. Your friends are also right about another. Technically, we are here of our own accord, in a way. We signed a contract. And once we finish the contract, we'll be able to go on our way. It's just tricky contracts. As Clee likes to say, we're in it till the bitter end.
Yeah, we met someone here already whose contract was defined in a way where if time doesn't pass, you're never free.
Oh.
So I understand. I totally understand where my friends are coming from. I also know that the realm will be free way quicker if we deal with all of them together than if we try to individually free every person in those realms.
Well, I don't know about that. If the for all intents and purposes, we're linked to her, not to this place. Though, maybe if the theater falls, there's many ways that we... Look, if you want to bring down the theater, the storms are the one providing most of the power to the gizmos and gadgets and contraptions and whatever they use for the stage. So if that breaks, well then technically if we can't perform for her, well then that's the end of the contract.
Yes. That is something we could do something
But-
about.
Watch out. You've seen the library? All those books?
Yes.
Those are her predictions. She's a seer. She sees the future, or at least some version of it. All the plays that we produce are tragedies that she's seen. Some of them have come to pass, others contradict. That's what Clee's currently mumbling about. We're putting on the same play as 2 weeks ago, but the lines are different and the ending's different. And so he has to relearn everything. He was happy to just coast.
Interesting. And that's when I'm gonna ask the question about Glisser.
I don't know. I think I've seen someone like that. But if she's in the castle, we can't really go much of any place. It's in the contract. We're either on stage or here in the back room. You could ask the goblins. Just don't ask any of the goblins with wearing the masks. They're weird for some reason. They don't answer.
Oh,
You've seen,
interesting.
and maybe this I failed to mention, but most, I did mention that they're on the map. You won't see all the goblin sort of stagehands, mostly. All over, either arranging the lights or cleaning up the place or just moving things around are goblins, all in this sort of same, not necessarily ragtag clothing, but all of it looks like theater clothing, right? Character clothing. But most of them, about maybe 70% of them, wear these goblin-shaped wooden masks. Stylized goblin masks, each with different expressions, and for what you've seen, each one of them is sort of unique in its own way. The ones wearing the mask, they don't really answer anymore. And I think I think this is maybe where when Tavaren, Plum, Ysdred, you can sort of come out as well. Seeing Mina holding court over these three. Actually, I think this is when you also have, maybe in the conversation, there's a sound at the back as the last curtain is sort of pushed to the side, and the last missing actor, Yannick, sort of walks up into the room. Mina, I think the first thing is when you see him, he's a sort of male human, probably in his maybe early 30s, maybe early to mid 30s. He's starting to get just a speckle of white in his hair, a couple of frown lines on his face. Wearing robes, again acting robes, probably from one of his last roles or whatnot. And when you see him, you recognize him immediately. Actually, no, I'll say this. There are two things that you recognize immediately. One, you've seen him. Yannick, the excellent. You remember seeing one of his plays. Remember seeing him on stage. It was this one-man reenactment of the fall of El Terrell, where he played all the roles, and it was terrible. Absolutely horrendous. You remember seeing it with your family, and it was absolutely trash. The critics later on were scathing. He almost got run out of town and out of the whole society. And the second thing that you remember is that you did not have that memory 2 minutes ago. And those same two realizations come to every single one of you as you enter the room and he enters the room. Almost is that memory is injected directly into you the moment you saw him.
Huh.
And all of you, it's the same thing. You've seen it with your family, including Ysdred. You saw it with your family.
Which family?
A night out in Baldur's Gate, which all of you were there for, but none of you remember ever being there.
I've never been to Baldur's Gate.
Same.
Sorry, not Baldur's Gate. This is probably Neverwinter.
Still haven't
Same.
been there.
Have I ever really been to Neverwinter? Okay.
Well, you were
Would
there
it-
for that one night.
Yeah, okay. Would it be a wisdom saving throw or an arcana roll to try and identify if the memory was implanted or magically inflicted in some way, shape, or form?
I think you can make me. I'm gonna let every single one of you decide what kind of roll you want to make, and I'll give you in accordance any information that you are looking for.
Okay.
So either a saving throw or a knowledge roll or whatnot. But
You're
feel free.
getting tailed.
Yes.
Something
Summon
entails.
familiar. Summon familiar. So, what are we rolling?
There's no introspection stat.
Guess it would be
Can
insight.
I, can I
Insight.
argue?
Yes.
Can I
Insight,
arg-
maybe.
Okay, go ahead for
Can
insight.
I argue that my spellcasting ability is charisma, so I can make a charisma saving throw to try and identify this or not? I'm just kidding.
Sure. You know what? Okay, go for it. So that's a 13 insight on Ysdred. Okay.
I'm too cool for this wisdom, for this vision.
Okay.
I'm a freaking Thunderstaff. Which
Wilhelmina, that
could
is,
make sense.
wisdom charisma save 18. Okay.
I'll go for an Arcana.
Okay. Arcana. It's an 11. Plum.
I think I'm going for history. It's like remembering the past at the same time, also
Okay.
to keep it more simple.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
very simple.
That's a crit for Plum on history. So let's start with I'll start with the lowest. No. Well,
no, I'm here.
okay, you're here. Okay.
It's just opening the door for the cats, because
Tavaren.
there was a reason why he was climbing up on my chair.
Well, when the master of the house calls. On an 11, I'll say this. You're pretty sure that this is not, this is, you've never been to Neverwinter. This is clearly something, you don't know in what means, but this is definitely implanted in your mind.
Yeah.
I would say Ysdred on insight, you have, yes. Actually, I'll say this. On a 13 insight, it's maybe the introspection that as you're looking to trying to find insight, when he walks out, you read on his face the scene that the memory that you all have, basically. I'll say this. On a 13, you realize that every single one of you is having the same reaction as you are. Everybody's remembering that same memory is going through everybody's mind, so you know this is artificial.
Okay, I'll probably just slap him.
Oh, he's on the other side of the room for now.
Yeah.
We'll get there to.
I can go and slap him.
Roll for initiative.
Wilhelmina with the charisma save. I think that you would know. First of all, you have enough that in that charisma saving throw, you know enough for it to not necessarily work on you. You managed to sort of isolate. This is a memory that was implanted, but it's more than a memory. I think that's what you determine. It's more than a memory. It's almost as if somebody implanted a story, because you don't just remember the evening. You remember the critics. You remember the humiliation. You remember. It's almost as if you were reading. So you were almost going through a montage of this person's failure over the course of weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
This is not a memory that's sent into your mind. This is a story.
Mm-hmm.
And Plum, on that history, you remember the articles. You might even remember at some point that he tried to get into. He might have maybe tried to run away into the circus or whatnot. But you're sure that this is. In all, I think with the you would say this smells like a curse. And I think Ysdred, as you go to as you go up to sort of slap him, I think you have one of the other actors. Maybe let's go for who is this? This is Elemic. I think Diamanda, so the gnome, basically rushes and puts his head. No! It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's a curse. It's not his fault.
Rude.
And
That
Elemic
was
is very
rude.
much like this, going, no.
Whoa.
That was pretty rude.
Okay.
Explain,
is an-
please.
That is an awful curse to be stuck with.
He starts babbling, sort of, and you can hear again. You remember that show, right? You remember the not necessarily the stuttering, but the tripping up on his own words and that kind of thing. And again, you can hear it here, that bubbling coming. As soon as he's sort of stressed, he's overstressed. The words just don't come out. Klee comes into his defense and says, "Yeah, it happens when he's nervous, and especially on stage. It's from what he told us, he did the mistake of including in the deal that he wanted people to remember his humble beginnings."
Well, yes.
And so now the hag made sure that he is reminded whenever he meets somebody.
Great. Sorry for overreacting.
He sort of... I guess it's... Well, not everybody is critical, violently critical of the failing arts as you are, but I guess I should be getting used to this kind of reaction.
Oh, I just was gonna to slap you for the mental intrusion, not because of the content in itself.
But it's not your fault.
No,
Who cursed you? Was it Enlin?
In some way, I cursed myself.
Nah, don't blame yourself. Really. Poor choice of words. do not deserve such a treatment.
No, but my choice of sponsorship, I guess, is definitely the case. I got into this.
Eternity is a long time.
I think it's you. He sort of turns to you, Tavaren, and says, "I heard you ask the question. Are we here willingly? Our feet brought us, and our decisions brought us here, willingly. And that's the trick. That's the magic of these.
Of the hags.
We are here willingly. By consequence, but we just don't know how to get out."
Okay, but that's the thing, because we also came here willingly, by invitation. If we can't get out, I'm going to be very upset.
As far as you understand, Tavaren, there is nothing that. I mean, you can try. You want to try the front door and leave?
I assumed that we can.
Oh, I'm pretty. I mean, you would probably be sure. The way that Evelyn pretty much mentioned, yes, please stay, explore, guess and whatnot. She doesn't want you here.
No. We are here probably mostly because of the whole rule of hospitality.
Oh, 100%. Yes. Well, if that means that you can leave, then why don't you?
Well, we are looking, well, like...
We still have a couple of things to find in this castle.
A unicorn horn and, well, listen.
No. Well, it's Elegy turns to Elem and says, "Yeah, you've been here the longest. So, do you know anything about... Listen?
Glister.
Glister. There is... Well, there's a few people that she calls her guests. Special guests. That I've heard. I think that... Well, I've been a bit all over in this castle. She might be kept upstairs. There's a few rooms there. There's a prison upstairs. Maybe she's being kept there.
That is likely. She did say we were free to explore.
Yes. And didn't tell us about that certain hallway with the door at the end that we're not allowed to use a key yet, so...
She did tell you to explore. She did not tell you which places you were not supposed to explore. Right?
No, exactly.
Because that's the whole point. She wants you to go through those doors. And so do I. But also, just... The Elemic goes on and says, just remember, her greatest pride and contraption is that what she calls the orrery of tragedies, that big thing that is on the upper floor. It allows her to glimpse possible futures. Time and again, she's foreseen her own demise. But she's always taken measures to sort of circumvent it. It's all in the books. She writes everything down. maybe there's something in there.
Interesting. In the books, we are free to read and to consult.
I mean, we've all
You
taken.
use them as inspiration for the place, right? Okay.
Yeah. I think this is where Puff goes. Yes. On occasion, we'll bring one story to stage fright and see if we can't adapt it. He gets his writers on it, and then we go. Yeah, it's free inspiration there. To be honest, Evelyn's writing is a bit dry, so we have to sort of come up. It's very factual, not a lot of, and so a lot of the trial is to come up with whatever emotions might be behind the characters. It's not that easy. The elegy is yeah, Puff, we understand, and the way you wrote that one that one tragedy about the two sailors on that flotsam was absolutely great. It almost felt like we were there. Yes, well, that's not what she felt, and again, you basically actors and but I was not recognized as I was not called out as a writer on that. Well, maybe you shouldn't have. Anyways. Elegy sort of turns to you and says, in the meantime, if you need rest, please, I can, if you can cram it up, I can give you my room. I'll just move in with Diamanda. If that doesn't, Diamanda's, oh no, come on in. Just move your stuff. Bed might be a bit small, but you can lie on the floor, right? And yeah, well, let me just. I'll move my things. And Elegy pretty much goes, sort of moves. All this time, if she's ever been in anywhere near it, her hand has always been on top of that skull. Like I said, the skull almost mirrors her own. Though it looks fake, right? It looks like it's made out of papier-mâché. But the horns are exactly the same. Despite it, no, what did I say? I think I said that it was sort of short. She had sort of short horns, and on the skull there were 4, to her 2. I think was what I said. But yes, she grabs it, moves in, and starts basically packing her. There's not a lot of possessions there. As you realize that most of these people don't necessarily have clothing of their own. It's mostly just stage clothing that they move from one piece of costume to the next. And where your familiar Tavaren is sort of perched, you can see a whole bunch of, so basically crates filled with assortments of different costumes. Probably the ones that fit them the most and the more used for them. But yeah, there's just piled of junk.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Thank you, Elegy, for the room. We'll try to not disturb you too long. Plum.
Yes.
You wanted to talk to the bugbear, right?
Yes. To Hurley. Yes. And when those words are spoken, I am going to flutter very nicely, and I'm gonna, like a little fairy on the desk, I'm gonna proof down like while he's looking at the mirror, you're just gonna see like a little fairy Plum going very slowly down, and I'm gonna say with a very big smile towards him, my friend, finally we have found you.
Hurley's been so the if you remember, he's in this sort of lizard costume, right? The head and the tail are put to the side so he can actually fit into the chair. And he's sort of looking into the mirror in front of him. And there is make me an insight check.
No, I'm not a people person, but sure.
Hey, you can always roll a 20.
Bim bada boom.
Yeah, 5. Okay. So that's exactly what you do. Which is basically, on this person who's brooding in front of a mirror, you basically plop onto the desk and goes, "Hi, how you doing?" To somebody who,
It's Plum!
to somebody who you know from past personal experience is brusque and prone to acts of violence.
Then I will beat the shit out of him if he's violent towards me. I'm just saying hello, my friend. I finally found you.
As you turn, I think, yeah, you basically have the bugbear turn to you and go, "What do you want? Leave me alone."
Hi, I am happy to see you also.
Yeah,
We are very worried about you.
I think he literally tries to basically shoo you off.
Can I use athletics to actually hold his arm at the same time to be like,
You want to hold the arm, or do you want to just avoid it?
avoid it.
Okay. Which
I can fly. I'm a little annoying mosquito.
Yeah. And he pretty much goes, "Nah, nah." And I think it takes maybe a swipe or two, until he goes, "Huh?"
Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
I'm gonna have a roll of the dice.
Yes.
Does he recognize you?
Annoying fairy for the win. Woo!
Okay. He goes, "Wait, I know you."
Start to flex muscles. It is I. I am here to come to help you, my friend. It is Plum. Yes.
You're part of those.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Yeah, for the circus or the. How'd you?
Played the one game that you didn't like, but we found it very funny to, well, you know, like. "Argh."
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Your brother is worried about you. Don't you remember?
Yeah, I do
Remember me?
Yeah, kinda. You were. Yeah, yeah.
I was annoying, I know.
I do remember you. Oh,
That is
trouble!
good.
There's a whole family of troublemakers, huh?
I'm being polite against you. I would like to expect the same from you, my friend.
Politeness didn't change the fact that you and your siblings were troublemakers.
I take it as a
Burley and I
compliment.
were
Thank you.
Burley and I usually had to come and clean up after you.
It is true, but we were only troublemakers thanks to you and your brother, because you were there for us all the time.
Oh, it's my fault now. It's my fault.
No,
Is that
it's
what
not
you're
your
saying?
fault.
Yeah, of course. It's always Hurley's fault.
No, it's not your fault. I'm just grateful that you were there with your brother to help us, or else we'll be in more problems.
Well,
I share it otherwise, and look him right and I say, thank you for helping us when we were being little shits.
make me a persuasion roll.
Ah.
Don't worry, I might take the advantage.
And dear listeners, if 1 slungs per rest, thanks to a new ability that I have, thanks to refinding my lost things, I have honeyed words.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, right. Yes. So if you roll beneath a 5, right, you can re-roll.
Exactly. Persuasion. Boop.
Well, how's about
look.
that? That
Hey,
is.
look.
Okay, can we appreciate that this is the second nat 20 for Plum in 3 rolls?
Hey, look. It's not my fault. It's Plum.
Yeah, Plum's. Yeah.
And look. Plum is being honest. He was, when he was young, he was a little shit towards, and he said, like, well, he's admitting that he was a shit, and that thanks to him and his brother. This is like pure honesty.
And I actually think that this is the most adequate natural 20 that I've seen in a while. As in, literally go, yeah, okay. Anyways, what you doing here?
Well, I lost my wings, and I present you to my friends. And I start like, I present you like in a circus voice, like I present you to Ysdred, the Green Warden. I present to you to Tavaren, a good friend, and also the king of the monarch of the Witchlight for this year also. And then I present you to Lady Mina Thunderstaff.
Wait, Monarch?
Yes, Witchlight. You know, like tradition from our circus.
Yeah, but
Fun.
been that long already?
Yeah.
Wait,
Don't you miss your brother?
It can't have been. We just had it.
were you also Witchlight Monarch?
It has been 8 years.
It's been
Last
1 year.
time. 1 year. It has been 1 year.
And yeah, he disappeared shortly after the last. Wait, no, they have a Witchlight. It isn't every. Forget I said. But
Been a while.
it's been a while. It's been that long already, huh? I've only been here. It feels like I've only been here for about a month or 2. Look,
Yeah.
or longer than that. I don't know.
It's longer. I can assure you.
I think that we've been here for about a month, and that's probably also wrong.
We'd have to try and count the number of. You've been no, you haven't been here for a month. You've been here for what, 2 weeks?
No. Yes.
Less? 10 days?
Less.
Here, but how much is that in the outside
No,
world?
but I don't think you've.
200 years.
I don't think you've had 10 long rests.
No.
No.
Well, we have been not here for 2 weeks, but originally we came here because the lady of this realm had some problems, and we each lost a thing. And then he turns around and flitters his wings and like, look, I found my thing again, thanks to my friend.
Here's a question, Plum. Over his shoulder, do you look into the mirror?
Yes. Curious man.
It's less curiosity. I think it's one of those, maybe a form of vanity, right? As in you've got your bright sparkly wings, and all of a sudden there's that movement in the corner in the mirror, and so sort of instinctively you look at it. The image that reflects is basically you see yourself in your clothing, but the wings are tattered, and you can only see, basically you see yourself as a skeleton, sort of fluttering skeleton, wearing your own clothing, sort of drooping onto this onto the fleshless form of your body.
What?
And sort of hurriedly looks to you, looks to the mirror, goes, "Oh, You too, huh?
My friend, that's not a healthy way. Can you explain your tale, please? Because it sounds serious.
They didn't get me, okay? At the carnival, they didn't get me. You were the artist, and Burley and I were just... I wanted to go up on stage. And I know I'm not the most, but I can work on it. I'm a hard worker. I can... You know what they say about talent, right? 90% perspiration. So I can sweat a lot.
That is already a good thing.
But Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, they said that I just didn't have it. So I got a bit surly. And I heard about this place where they teach actors. Experience.
Well, do you feel that you learned something?
Then you're looking in the mirror, huh? What do you see?
Yeah.
You know what? Don't answer.
He looks a bit...
These things have been nicknamed the critic's mirror, or critic's eyes. You see yourself, you pretty much see how your ratings, if that put it, how the critics in the audience are seeing you.
He starts to laugh so hard. Well, then I'm very dead then at the same time. And he slaps a bit. But for now, I'm alive.
Wait, what do you mean dead?
I see myself as a skeleton. With tattered wings.
His eyes go wide at that point. Oh no, that's not good.
Why?
What'd you do? Look,
Oh.
I see myself as, ragged, sickly, that kind of stuff. That's because she don't like what I do. I haven't ever seen myself dead.
What does that mean?
Probably that she wants you dead. Watch out. If you can get out, get out.
You see his crack his neck a bit. Well, at least I know what she thinks about me. That's already good. But I think that if we resolve some problems here while respecting the rules, while helping people, would you like to go back to the circus? I could help you with an act. Well, I think your brother misses you too.
At this point, I'll go back to shoveling manure.
No. I think that you have the right to be, and I look at the other ones that are around me. I think everyone have the right to have a spotlight. Like, I am strong man, but look at everyone around me. We did a full act on the podium, and that's how we won. And watches to point to everyone one at one, like...
More than once we did that. Also to the Witchlight Festival.
Yes. So everyone has the right to have the light upon themselves. Yeah. Even the ones who are very far away for the moment, while saying loudly towards Lady Mina. Respectfully.
Mina, have you approached?
Yeah, she's come into the room.
He says very out loud with a little wink towards Mina at the same time, and then puts himself like a little Tinkerbell in front of Hurley at the same time.
Plum, let's be sure about this. You are not tiny, you are small, which means you're about 30 centimeters high.
Yes, but still, compared with a bugbear is big, my guy.
Hey, I mean, bugbear's your size. So,
Yeah, true.
I'm just saying this is.
I
not
need
the
to play a bugbear one day.
This is not the Tinkerbell, about this size. Sort of
Yeah, I know,
around.
I know.
Though
It's
I believe
just
you
that
can.
7 to 8, so we would be pretty small for bugbears, but
Yeah.
Let's say compared to a bugbear, I am small.
Yeah.
Well, look, you can always come back home, but we need to help you. And I think Witch and Light would be happy to see you again. Did you know that the sister of what is her name again above table?
Glisten?
Glisten is also here.
Yeah,
Do you know something about this?
Yeah, I heard that. That the sisters were here, at least for a time. Don't necessarily know what happened, but yeah. Look, by the way, Tavaren, Ysdred, Mina, you heard the thing about the mirror? Your reflections, same thing. You see yourselves as corpses, basically, in those mirrors.
Ah, me too.
Yeah. Well, every one of us dead. So.
Interesting.
Why would she not want you dead, in particular?
But we're so amazing. We did such a good job in acting.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of clarifies the situation, so...
Ysdred.
Yes?
You specifically being Fae, but I think the others as well.
And already kind of undead, but yes.
Yeah, but fair enough. But I'm going to something. Yes, you are on the Fae spectrum. The Fae
of
undead
the
spectrum,
not really living rather than undead, but
Look,
yes.
we all know you're a construct. Yes, we know that. No, there is something disturbing about Hurley as you're looking at him. There's something about him that you can't, and then you realize it. He doesn't have a shadow.
Okay. So Ysdred probably does a little bit of weird, like, squinting around him, like, and then she blocks and she's like, oh.
What?
Well, that's awkward.
What? He sort of looks at the floor where you're looking. Yeah. I misread a line, tripped on stage, and that was my punishment. Snipped.
That is brutal. Is she allowed to do that?
It's her house, her audience.
Oof.
Don't necessarily recall it in the contract, but it's all about tough love.
Sure. And any occasion she has to diminish you or make you suffer and distract herself is good to take.
Hey, give me a bit of a break. I didn't know she was a hag. Okay?
I am not pointing fingers at you, but at her.
Yeah, well.
Like, she's bullying you even for a hag.
You do get the feeling that Hurley is much on, he's almost expected to be bullied, which means anything, and whenever he seems to always take any comment said to him as something said at him, if you get my drift.
Okay.
Yeah, he's surly.
He surely is surly.
Surely Hurley is surly.
Ah,
Well, glad you found your buddy.
Look, anything I can do to help, I'll help. But as of now, as soon as I hear those flapping feet again on the tiles, I need to go play the dragon.
I mean,
Could you help me with the tail? And so he flints up, and as he stands, you realize this is very much the Panto style of dragon, right? As there's I guess this would be Diamanda, who pretty much comes in, and it's both of them form. She comes in with the bottom half, with the sort of bottom half of a dragon with the tail end, and you realize that basically the two costumes mesh together to make one long dragon, like a one of those pantomime ponies or whatnot. And as you can hear, dragon on set 5. Coming from stage fright across from the thing. Time to gotta go roar. And calls out, Amanda, come on, we're up. Yeah, coming. And the two of them pretty much disappear.
Oh, buddy.
well, I think that settles it because tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but I do not see Plum getting out of here without his buddy. But could be mistaken.
I think we still need to find information and try to understand things. But the question, and it's gonna rise a bit up so I can see everyone at the same time. Because we are agreeing that we're gonna help to reunite the sisters.
yes,
And I look at everyone at the same time.
agreed.
Yes.
So, are we prepared to play along by the rules as long as we can for our own safety? Because I know we are worried for each other. Because we care for each other, even if we traveled for 10 days together. I appreciate all of you. So again, thank you for helping me. Because my mother told me always to be grateful for the help that I get. So Mina, thank you for being the stern voice that slapped me in my face and said, Plum, listen to my words and feel. And you were right. So thank you, Lady Mina. And thank you for everyone to being there. So now, let us unite. Let us find information. And reassure our own safety. But if we need to fight, we fight. Outside, preferably out of the seat of power of the hag, as you have told very clearly.
Very quickly, do we know if the hag attends every theater performance that happens? Because she definitely attended ours. But are the actors able to tell us if she attends every performance or not?
She'll attend every performance. She's not there at every rehearsal.
Yeah, because now it's
Sorry.
a rehearsal, right?
Oh, it's a rehearsal. Okay, yeah.
I'll say this. If you want to know where the hag is, 90% of the time she's going to be at the orrery. At the,
Okay.
sort of the, if at some point you want to sort of stage a something or other, right? If you want to stage a particular infiltration or whatnot, we'll just wait for there to be convenient time, which would be one of these plays, and they happen fairly
Yeah.
often, to the point of where these actors are exhausted, right? And they roll
Yeah.
out. There's only 4 rooms for roughly 10 current actors, so it just tells you, you know, they act in they don't necessarily, they rest in shifts basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But going back to yes, Plum, we'll try to be as safe as possible and help as many people in this castle as we can. But let's keep in mind our priorities. But thank you for what you said.
I am not a people person, but I try.
Says the nat 20 in persuasion. On that note, how about we take our break here?
Yeah.
And as soon as we come back, we'll be able to go and maybe explore a little bit. Unless you guys want to take a rest, because it's been a while. You have the break to decide. Let me know when we get back. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
So, friends, players, you know what to do. Go grab a snack, move a little bit about yourselves, get something to drink, and we will be back soon enough. For you at home, do the same, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe. And never make any deals with hags. Read the fine print. Please read the fine print.